Dr. Norm, your mantra is food is medicine, and this delicious vegetable curry is mega medicinal. Tell us why and how to make it.
Well, this is a typical good, healthy vegetarian meal. And the vegetarian meals are the healthiest diet you can have as a vegetarian. And everything in here is really healthy for you. There's no fat in it, very low cholesterol, and lots of vitamins and other phytonutrients. So we're going to start with sauteing a chopped onion.
Okay.
And then saute the chopped onion. And you're going to put in that a green bell pepper, which has been diced.
All right.
Put that in.
Okay.
And we're going to put in...
And what's in the bell peppers that's good for you?
Well, bell peppers have lots of good things, but they have a lot of phytonutrients in. They have potassium, they have magnesium, they have vitamin C, they have vitamin D. They have lots of good things in them.
And what about the garlic and the onion?
Garlic, and I always put more garlic in, you know that, because garlic is really good for you. It has allicin in it. Both garlic and onions have allicin in. And allicin is a substance that really helps to boost the immune system. It helps to reduce viral infections, bacterial infections. It really keeps you healthy. So what we're going to do is saute that for a few minutes. And once we get that heated up and get some of those vegetables softened up a little bit, what we're going to do is add the perfect ingredient.
And that is curry. And tell us why this is so great.
Well, curry is a great spice. And one of the things we try to do with healthy eating is that we try to get rid of fat, sugar, and salt. And we replace that with spices. And curry is an outstanding spice. It's an Indian spice that's been around for a long time. It has a lot of good, it's a great antioxidant. And the best thing about curry spice is it helps to reduce plaque formation in the brain, which is the cause of Alzheimer's disease. So in India, all rates of Alzheimer's disease are exceedingly low.
And it's delicious.
And it's delicious.
Tastes so good.
And we always put a little bit more. The recipe calls for 2 tablespoonfuls. We always put 2.5 to 3 tablespoonfuls. And you have to adjust that because, as Robin says, if you're a virgin curry, you have to start a little bit lower, and then you can add more to it as you get more accustomed to curry, because curry is a great flavor. But it can get a little spicy. So we're going to add that, and after we get that, we're going to let those mix in with a little bit again. And then we're going to add our vegetable broth.
Okay. And any old vegetable broth, or do you have to have like a low sodium one? Or, I mean, there's specialized broths.
I always use a low sodium.
Okay. And where do you buy that, Dr. Norm?
Well, you can buy that in most restaurants and most stores. Okay, so we're going to add 2 cups of that.
All right. Oh, that smells absolutely delicious. You know, I think probably the most challenging part of this recipe is just the chopping. If you can chop, you can cut your way to a pathway of health, because this vegetable curry is delicious and it's nutritious.
And we're going to add 2 cups of chopped, and you can do chopped fresh tomatoes if you want to. We've used some canned tomatoes, low salt canned tomatoes, and you drain that. And then we're going to add a whole chopped yam. And you can use sweet potatoes too, but yams are better because they have a little lower calories and a little lower glycemic index. 6 carrots, which we've chopped up.
Oh boy, it's phenomenal.
A whole head of cauliflower.
Now,
this is the only part of the white menace that is good to eat.
That's what I was just going to ask. It's the one thing that isn't colorful, but it's healthy, right?
Absolutely. 3 tablespoonfuls of mango chutney, which adds really nice flavor to it, gives a little sweetness to it. And we're going to add 2 tablespoonfuls of honey. And honey is much better than sugar because honey has fewer calories, only 60 calories a tablespoonful compared to about 90 for sugar, and has a little lower glycemic index than sugar does. So we're going to do all that. We're going to cook all those things together, and you need to cook this for about 15 minutes, so depending upon the thickness of the pieces of the stuff that you've done. You'll cook that all together, and just before you finish, you got a can of garbanzo beans, which have been rinsed and drained.
All right. And
then we're going to add to that 2 or 3 tablespoonfuls of currants. Let that all simmer together, and it makes a wonderful meal.
And Dr. Norm, you told me that there's magnesium, there's potassium, there's things that you take in a vitamin supplement. It's all in this vegetable curry.
Carotenes, lycopene with the tomatoes. I mean, there's so many healthy things in here. We topped it off with a little bit of chopped fresh parsley. Makes a beautiful presentation. It really tastes good, and it's really good for you.
So this is a prescription for brain health, for heart health, for cancer health.
Absolutely. It's a grade A.
Grade A++.
A plus for this one.
Good job, Dr. Norm. Can I taste it?
Absolutely.
Ooh, because you know what, I'm a carnivore. I usually don't like vegetarian, but let me see. Mmm, are really good.
There's enough spice in it. Enough curry, good. We put enough curry in.
A little bit more. I need to get smarter.